Hi, my name's Peter Schravemade. I am the industry evangelist for a company called BoxBrownie.com. We are a 2018 NAR REACH graduate. I guess that makes us alumni now, which is much to the disgust of the REACH program that we actually graduated. I think they would have liked to fail us if they could. Fortunately, we are alumni, and this morning I've been invited by REACH Canada to talk to you about ways in which we had, I guess, changed our behaviour or changed our tack, if you want to refer to it as that, to deal with the global pandemic that's sort of international. And as an international company, it really has been a bit of a fly in the ointment. It might be a bit of an understatement. So I put together a couple of things that we've started doing. Number one would be the fact that you're looking at me down a screen. Anyone who knows the BoxBrownie.com story, if you're not familiar with our product, you can go and check that out. But anyone that knows the BoxBrownie.com story, we've really been founded on a basis of boots on the ground. We are responsible for going to just about every association, MLS event, tech event that there is out there. And we have quite a heavy presence across North America as far as that's concerned, despite having no one actually in the country. So this that you see around me at the moment is the situation, if you want to call it that. I am now virtual. A large portion of what I do is virtual, and that wasn't such a hard pivot. As you can see, we are well equipped to deal with that. The equipment that we already had available and our skill set, being in the property technology industry. Probably the second side of that is the content that we were already delivering based around property marketing. We just packaged it differently. So, one of my presentations now that I deliver multiple times daily is entitled Extraordinary Marketing in Extraordinary Times, and really teaches people how property marketing can still be done and stay in place, or in areas where you cannot get access to a property. And whilst we were talking about this beforehand, it really wasn't to the fore, and now it feels like the volume dial has been dialed right up. There are a lot of people looking at it. Our products in general took a 25 to 85% hit across the board. So whilst I say we're in a fairly good position right now, our existing users stopped using us to at least 25%. And 85 sounds quite scary. Don't forget that we're in 86, 90 odd countries around the world. So some of the ones where we used less, we saw a greater hit. But the larger, the first world nations, it was about the 25% mark. The flip side to that is, because of our actual product, because of the fact that we had been on the ground and our branding was so dominant across those industries, a lot of people flocked to use our product, and we recorded the highest rate of new clients sign-ups in that month, and certainly the second month after that, this being the third, but the first 2 months of the global pandemic, I suppose, were record numbers as far as signups were concerned, and moving on from that, those new clients were actually using our service. So any 25% hit we had was easily soaked up and went above and beyond in those new signups. Hard to celebrate in the middle of a pandemic, but certainly has been a bit of a windfall for BoxBrownie.com. The third thing that I'd talk about is we fast-tracked the release of our 360-degree hosting platform. That was already in the wings. We were already in the development of that. We saw the demand there long before this. And yes, we did speed it up, but even the timing of it would have only been 2 to 3 weeks. We may have taken a little bit longer to iron out some of the bugs, but we did push it to the market. It was released. So that 360 hosting platform is going very, very well now, simply on the back of the fact that it's a no subscription platform, as opposed to all of the other subscription-based platforms that exist out there, which are great in their own right. I'm not sort of trying to push one over the other, but it just was a point of difference. Probably the biggest thing that I would suggest has been an issue is trying to form a trusted relationship down a camera. I think that's very, very difficult, and I think a lot of the companies out there are finding that now. And I believe, I don't know who you are listening to this, but I think anyone who's been trying to sell will find it's really hard to forge a trusted relationship with just a camera and a microphone. One of the ways that we have really tried to overcome this, and it has been successful. Is I suppose going to our existing relationships. We've lent on our existing relationships, and we've used our relationship of trust with the clients that may not know us to actually attract new clients, and that has been very, very successful. I'd even go as far to suggest that's probably the pillar stone or the cornerstone of our success during the pandemic period. So look, that probably the big ones that I've got for you. If there are any other operations, I mean, don't forget we are one of the biggest global outsourcers in the property technology industry, with editors at least, and customer service in many of the countries. So if there are things that are specific to your business that you need to reach out and ask me questions about, feel free to do that. My email address is peter@boxbrownie.com. You can find me on that just about all hours of the day, or just reach out to me. I have a ridiculously long last name, and I'm sure it'll be displayed somewhere here, so you can find me there. But hey, look, thanks to the Reach program for allowing me to share with you some of the ways that we've been overcoming the pandemic period, if we want to call it that. I certainly hope you're safe and well where you are, and by all means, take care until I see you at a conference, and I'm having a beer with you next. I thank you for your time. Bye.